So good.
Lancaster!
Welcome, goodies.
That's you.
I'm Jason Mundok, and this is So Good Lancaster. Donuts are an interesting thing because if you show up at an event, like let's just say a volunteer event or a bunch of friends are getting together and someone says, hey, I brought the donuts, it doesn't matter what kind of day you've had. It doesn't matter what kind of diet you think you're on. You are going for that box.
That's right.
And it's like it's exempt from it's like it doesn't matter. It's oh good, the donuts are here.
Yep.
Who brought the donuts?
Yep.
But it's very different from other foods in that sense.
Yeah. A question that's typically asked when you walk into business is, hey, how are you? And people will consistently respond with, I'm about to be better. Which is what you're saying. Like, that's their response. You're about to eat a donut. Like, what else is it's all good.
I love it. Today we're talking both old and new donuts with two Davids. That was David Hiester from W Donuts. They launched just a couple years ago in Akron, but their recipe has been a staple in that town for decades. They recently opened a second location in Lancaster City. Also on the program today is David Burkholder from Achenbach Pastries, who celebrated their 70th anniversary last year. Achenbach is located on Main Street in Leola and is known as the home of the Long John.
A lot of it has to do with the taste of the dough, but for me, the icing has everything to do with the Long John. I mean, our icing's homemade, but the ingredients we use, especially the chocolate, the peanut butter, and the vanilla. I mean, it's just it's what makes the Long John.
The donuts aren't just about the delicious goodness that they are. Donuts are also about community, bringing people together, making everyone's day just a little bit better. And Lancaster loves them. Today on the program, it's a pair of Davids talking donuts. But first, we're introducing a brand new segment on the show today called So Good Music. On each episode, we're featuring a song from a Lancaster area artist. Today, it's the song Pattern by Lancaster singer-songwriter Joe Lacombe. Stay tuned to the end of the program to hear from Joe and listen to his song called Pattern. So Good Lancaster is powered by the Candy Factory, also known as TCF, a co-working and social club in downtown Lancaster, Pennsylvania. ClubTCF.com.
Check it out.
It's time. This is So Good.
So good.
So Good Lancaster.
Last year, you guys celebrated 70 years.
Yes.
That's fantastic. Can you tell me a little bit about the history of Achenbach and some of the milestones along the way?
It actually started up in Hamburg.
This is David.
Yes, my name's Dave Burkholder, and I am one of the owners and bakers at Achenbach Pastry. Mr. Achenbach's married into the Bender family. And Mr. Bender, during the Depression, made pastries in the neighborhood, baked cakes and stuff to help out and for the neighbors and that kind of thing. And it turned into a business. And then Mr. Achenbach, he was off into World War II, and he came back, and then him and his wife, Anna, moved down to Lancaster and built, it was the bakery was there. I actually I'm in the apartment that was the original house that they would have lived in above the bakery is my apartment. So
oh, that's fantastic.
So that they moved down to there in 1954, and that's when it started.
And then they ran it for how long?
I joined in 1983, worked for George. It was Leon Achenbach is the one who moved down, and it was Leon and Anna, and he married their daughter Rebecca, and he had done baking and liked to cook and stuff, so he got into the baking.
I see. So he married into the business.
Yeah, he married into the business, and then he basically took over the business, and then I worked for him, and as years went on, and then he had a turmoil point there in the 90s. Early 90s, 89, when he built on, got in a little bit of financial trouble where Earl Hess bailed him out because they went to church together and helped turn the business around. And then Earl gave a few of us workers, there's me, Sharon, Andy, and Dan. Dan passed away, but gave us a chance to take the business over.
Oh, wow.
And at the time, it was teetering.
Sure.
So we had to do some things and change some things, but we turned it around. It wasn't. It was more of a financial turnaround. It wasn't so much that the quality or anything like that was going down. It was just more of a financial figuring out how to do what and to lease out the other part for a restaurant and concentrate more on the bakery.
So you've been in this business a long time.
I've been there 43 years. Or 44, somewhere around there.
That's fantastic. Achenbach is known as the home of the Long John. But is a Long John technically a donut?
It's a donut. Most Long Johns are more, because a lot of donuts, you roll the dough out and then you cut the donut out with a cutter to make the round spot. And even Long Johns, most bakeries, is just an oblong cutter. Our donuts are actually punched. Our whole donuts just have the holes pushed in with their finger. And then the Long John is run through a machine that rolls it up like a hot dog bun.
Okay, yeah.
And then from there they get deep fried.
Why do you think the Long John has become such an iconic product for Achenbach?
A lot of it has to do with the taste of the dough, but for me, the icing has everything to do with the Long John. I mean, our icing's homemade, but the ingredients we use, especially the chocolate, the peanut butter, it's and the vanilla. I mean, it's just it's what makes the Long John. Because the Long John, I mean, you can do a Long John by itself. It's like a plain Fosnot. It's that's what people are surprised at Fosnot time, that we have glazed Fosnots. And our Fosnots is our donut. Our donut has potato in it, which all our Long Johns have potato in it. So I mean, it's all the same thing year round.
All right, so you got to help me out because I'm from Western Pennsylvania. Moved down here 25 years ago. So what's the difference between a donut, a Long John, and a Fosnot?
Well, Fosnots have potatoes in it. I mean, basically, Fosnots just come from the fact of Lent. The idea was you used everything up in your larder to get rid of, the stuff so you wouldn't be tempted during Lent. And you fried up whatever, but Fosnots are typically supposed to have potatoes in it.
Okay.
So our donut has potatoes in it.
Your regular donut has potatoes?
All right, yeah.
Got it.
Year round, it's all the same recipe.
So when Fosnot Day comes around, you're just basically cranking them out.
Yep.
That's got to be a big day for you guys.
Yeah, it is. It's nice. I mean, it's one solid day, unlike Christmas, which depends when it falls, can drag out for a week, where Fosnot days just boom, boom.
Right.
Unless it falls over the Super Bowl like it did the other year.
I got to ask you about the Super Bowl. And a little birdie told me that you're a Steeler fan.
Yes.
Which warms my heart, being from Western Pennsylvania. But, of course, the Eagles are the Super Bowl champs this year. And I understand that Achenbach did some Eagles-themed pastries this year. Tell me about those.
Yeah, it's just basically we have a T-shirt shaped pan and we do a jersey cake. We have they look like a half a football. They're actually egg pans we use at Easter, but we turn that into footballs. And then we also decorate things with the Eagles emblem on it and things like that. You can do all kinds of stuff with decorating.
Pretty popular with the Eagles fans around the area?
Yeah, it goes pretty good.
I never thought of an egg shape just repurposing for a football.
Yeah, it's just a half a pan, but looks like a football.
It's a great idea. Let's just hope that we can have a Steelers Super Bowl coming up.
There we go.
It's time. Achenbach is more than a business. A very important part of their mission is building and supporting community, serving those who live around them. Whether it's donating the potato rolls to the annual Bearville Fire Company's fundraising steak dinner, or providing free Long Johns to the Westeral Lions Club to give out after their Halloween parade, Achenbach lives by their motto, take a smile wherever you go. How's that philosophy guide this business? You guys like to make people smile?
Well, yeah. We do 3 of the parades in the fall, which is the first one's Ephrata, followed by New Holland, and then we do Mannheim. And at one time we used to hand out little coupons, little skinny piece of paper for a free Long John. And then we just changed that to we hand out Long Johns walking through the whole parade. It started out as random. We just put one out here, this block, put one out there, this block, and then it came to the point where we got walkers, and as fast as we can put a tray down and pass out the donuts and set another tray down as we walk the whole parade, we just hand out Long Johns to the community, because it's, we're really community-based. It's the community that's serving us.
Yeah, that will put a smile on people's faces, I'll tell you that. About how many long johns are you making for a parade?
I know effort is the longest. Yeah, we're looking at like 77 dozen, 66 dozen.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So, tell me about the Long John eating contest at the New Holland Fair.
Okay, that's
I love. First of all, I just have to say I love the fact that there is a Long John eating contest at the New Holland Fair.
That was something we kind of came up with. We thought it would be fun to do because we had a stand down there at one time. That's a lot of work, so we stopped that years ago. But we thought it would be a neat idea to do. Plus, it kind of, once again, it helps the community. It gives, and it gives the people at the fair something they can advertise. And
what's that look like? Like if I walked into the space where this is happening, how do I sign up? What do I have to do? How many long johns am I going to eat?
Well, you actually come down. We have 3 age groups, and I'm not sure where the age groups start or stop, but the first age group has to eat 3, the middle age has to eat 6, and then the adults have to eat 9 long johns.
Is it timed? Is that how I win?
Whoever eats 9 long johns first, or whoever's left standing, because that's happened already where everybody else said they were done, and there was one guy didn't have to finish his. He just won because he had eat more than everybody else. So.
Everybody just fell off.
But we actually had a guy this past year that wore a shirt that said it wasn't even like an Achenbach shirt. It just said "I love Long Johns" and it showed a donut. And I'm not even sure what the time was, and he was probably in his mid-20s, but he pumped them down like he was a professional, like one of them hot dog eater type things. He just put them away.
That's so awesome.
And you get a free shirt, and and a mug, or I forget what all we give away with that. Yeah. And of course, bragging rights for a year.
Have you ever done it?
No.
No, never.
I've considered trying, but that's a lot of long johns.
That's a ton of long johns. Do you know roughly how long it like? Are we talking a couple of minutes? This guy's banging them out in a couple of minutes.
And they can run 5 minutes or so. Yeah,
that feels right.
Yeah.
Achenbach's is way more than Long John's. They are a full-service bakery for sure.
Well, our sticky buns are really popular. A lot of the restaurants in Lancaster County carry our individual stickies on their menu for breakfast. They grill them. We have quite a bit of markets that also get a lot of, vanilla rings, our cheese Danish, our cinnamon buns. All that's pretty. And then, of course, we have pies, cakes, muffins.
The works. What's your favorite item on the menu?
Wow, there's so many. We make turnovers, and I like our cherry or blueberry turnovers. So I'm a pie kind of guy. So, but yeah, it's hard when you work there for so long, and you can just pick at things whenever you want. You kind of get numb to it, I guess.
Totally. Besides Achenbach's, do you have a favorite donut in Lancaster County?
No.
I love it.
I'm more of a soft pretzel guy.
Oh, are you?
Savory.
I really enjoy Byler donuts. It has to be like the icing with the sprinkles. Ooh, it's a good one.
It's the W donut glazed cream filled.
I feel like there can't be enough donuts anywhere in the world, so that's number one. In Lancaster, the best place is Byler's, and my favorite is the lemon one with like the lemon icing, and it's stuffed with lemon, and it's delicious.
I'm a sucker for a good chocolate glaze, just a classic chocolate glaze, or Boston cream.
Man, oh man! I mean, I'm a straight ahead donut guy. I like the glazed cake donuts.
Old school.
Yeah.
Love it.
I've never really bought a donut. I just eat them when they're given to me.
How often are they given to you?
Probably, I feel like it's probably been every other month at least.
6 times a year, roughly.
No, I don't eat donuts, but tacos? I go crazy for tacos.
If you have workplace flexibility and can work from anywhere, you probably know how lonely it can get working all day, every day in the same building where you sleep. i.e. your house. TCF Co-working and Social Club in Lancaster is the solution. Get out of the house, work around other humans in real life, and get social with a ton of clubs, activities, and events. TCF offers community, full-time, and private office memberships and day passes if you're just passing through town. Check out clubtcf.com, book a tour, and get plugged in. So when did W Donuts launch?
June of 23.
June of
So
23.
we're coming up on 2 years.
This is also David.
I'm David Hiester. I'm the executive director of W Donuts.
That was in Akron.
Akron, yeah. So what happened is the building we're in now is Weiser's grocery store, or was until then. And then they moved out, and then W Donuts moved in, essentially. So we were almost able to just kind of like start right away. Occupancy permits and stuff were just right there, ready to go. So we just had some title changes, and then we started selling donuts, which was huge to the success of the company, because we were also building if you've seen it now, the whole grocery store is now like a super vibey cafe, fireplace, big centerpiece fireplace. But all that was being built while we were open for about a year, almost a year and a half.
Gotcha.
So revenue was coming in, so we were able to kind of
funding the build out.
Right.
Wow. That's
so
fantastic.
we were working out of a tiny little corner of the shop, and then in October of last year, so October 24, we had our grand opening celebration, which is when we opened the whole thing, the whole cafe. So seating, coffee, espresso drinks, the whole nine, donuts for days.
Owner Dan Rice grew up in Akron, where the tradition of the classic yeast-raised donut has been a staple within the community for the past 60 years at the W Donuts headquarters. W proudly carries forward the legacy of several businesses that made and sold donuts at this very spot, such as Sangri's Akron Rite Aid shop and Weiser's Market. As Weiser's was closing after a couple decades, Rice stepped in with the idea of a simple business model and the desire to keep the tradition of handcrafted, high-quality donuts alive in Akron, Pennsylvania.
Those two ideas kind of converged: the simple, recreatable business idea and the absence of the donut from Akron just like came together that's where W Donuts was formed, essentially.
For the traditionalists in Akron, how hard is it or challenging is it to introduce like new flavors with this thing that they've known for decades?
Yeah. So that part of it's actually seeing that unfold has been another great thing for me to see. The one thing that we do, it's almost 50-50. So there's like 8 flavors that stay every day. Every time you come in, they're always there. Those are like the standard flavors. Like one is powdered cream filled, like a powdered cream filled donut. If you didn't have that as a donut shop, people would be upset. So there's like 8 of those: powdered cream filled, the cinnamon sugar, the glazed.
Right.
We have a chocolate peanut butter filled. There's like those standards. So we didn't necessarily bring in new flavors to take out the old traditional flavors. We just have them available with. And that part of it is like an adventure for people. And originally we were doing one, like a new menu every day.
Oh my.
Every single day there was 4 or 5 new flavors, which when you're small, it's not that crazy, but like it gets crazy.
It feels aggressive.
It is.
Once a week or something maybe feels a little
Yeah, so now we're doing once a week. But there's about 8 new flavors every week.
Wow.
Sometimes we redo, like if something hits, like tiramisu, which is a coffee-filled donut with the tiramisu vibe.
Yeah.
And one thing I always say about all of those donuts, which I think is why people love them, it's whatever it's called is what it is. That's what you taste. So like tiramisu, it's like you're eating tiramisu, but also you get the donut flavor as well.
Right.
Nothing cancels the other out. So the flavors are just enhancing the donut, or the donut's just enhancing the flavor. It's like this crazy, So it's been really fun to see people latch on, and every week they're coming in to see what's next, because we're now known for like whatever the flavor is, it's probably going to be pretty good.
Got it.
Like they trust us now, which is cool.
Yeah. Lancaster, just opened in January of 2025.
Yep.
What inspired that? Why so quickly move and expand to another location?
Yeah. So from our perspective, I think it was not as quick as what it seems like outside. Like we grand opened in October of 2024, and then we opened Lancaster in like 2 months later. So
seems pretty quick.
Outwardly it's like crazy, but we were operational since June of 2023, and the grand opening in Akron was a huge deal for us, and it expanded to coffee and all that stuff, but it wasn't like we weren't starting a new thing. It was a little bigger. But then the whole point of what we're doing is to try and recreate it in these micro little businesses. Like if we can recreate it, that's the goal. So this location is part of that swing. It's like moving that direction. That's what we want to make sure we can do, and not be so complex that it can't be just easily popped up somewhere in Lancaster City or Lidditz or York, in different county.
Sure. How's the reception been in Lancaster?
It's been great. Yeah. It's a cool, just quick, like I've visited that store a couple times, and I'm blown away by how fast people can come in and out. Like there's a loading zone right in front of the store that you can just pull up, walk in. You can be out within seconds with a donut. Like you don't even have, like you could, it's crazy. There's a walk-up window that we plan to use in the spring and summer.
Yeah.
Like the speed of it is just crazy because we're not making anything there. It's already ready to go. We made it fresh that morning. So you basically just pick what you want and grab it. And now we have online ordering turned on and delivery. We're just like super easy. These are the options. You can be in and out super fast, or you can stay. You can stay and chill. There's Wi-Fi. It's super quiet. There's music playing. Yeah. You can have a meeting, do whatever. Like some people will come and stay for an hour, 2 hours, and just sit and relax.
I'm not from here, so I'm not used to eat donuts. But when I go to the event to help, most people who bring donuts is the people who are not working, to say thank you guys for working, and just they give donuts as an excuse.
It's just a way to get people to do stuff. Yeah, right. Donuts are a carrot that dangle in front of you.
It's a currency.
Do you like donuts?
I enjoy eating them. I never buy them. Oh, actually, I buy them for my kids and my wife as excuse. I'm sorry I was late to get home.
It's your currency too.
Yes, of course.
Donuts are a thing that appear out of nowhere.
You're rolling in, somebody's like, I brought a dozen donuts, right? A birthday, like a kid's birthday, like, oh, I brought donuts for, it's like an occasion thing, right?
Totally. Like you don't walk in and there's like 3 dozen English muffins.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. If you want W Donuts, you're not limited to the chill, vibey cafe at the Akron headquarters or the super convenient downtown Lancaster location. You can also find W Donuts around the county on the Dub Truck. That's W's very own food truck.
I don't know exactly when the Dub Truck started, but they ran a few events between June and December of 2023. I came on board in January. In my original purpose with the company was to get the Dub Truck out of the parking lot, like go out and do in Lancaster County. Spread the word, spread the donuts. And the community forward push with the Dub Truck, a lot of trucks that you rent, they have minimums and there's requirements, and it's not as easy to get a truck. It's like they have to cook a lot of food, or there's a lot of prep, staffing, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But all you have to do is take the donuts from the Akron location to wherever and set up, and you're good to go. Like same thing. Speed isn't like crazy. Like we'll do events with a coffee cart. There'll be a line, just massive line, and we have no line, but we're just, the volume that we're throwing out is crazy because we don't have any.
Yeah.
It takes as long as it takes you to pay. That's about it.
Right. You're not slow cooking the
right.
brisket.
And in that same thing, that's our whole point is like, we know what we're doing is super easy and we're not trying to create any problems. Like if you want us to bring donuts, we're going to bring them. And there's like not really a minimum requirement, and And a lot of times we'll do like a public event that's kind of private event. Like we'll try to make it work just because that's the whole point. It's like we really want to be here for the community, and what we're doing is not super complicated. So we want to make it easy for everybody and quick. We've realized that the winter season, it doesn't make as much sense, but from like the spring till late fall.
Yeah, you've got 3 seasons here for sure.
We'll just be out every day. So Tuesday through Saturday, you can get donuts from Akron. You can get donuts from Lancaster City. You can find the donuts at the Dub Truck in Mount Joy or Reinhold's or New Holland or wherever. Yeah.
Do you have a best-selling donut?
The powder with cream filling, I think, is our best seller. But we also have a glazed with cream filled. And those two, I would say,
neck and neck.
They're pretty neck and neck there. But the peanut butter, that's the donut with the W on it. So I don't know if it's the fact that it's peanut butter and chocolate, which is like a marriage.
It's a beautiful thing.
Or the branding of the W. Like that's in-house, we'll call that the W donut.
Got it.
So some people, pretty much anyone that asks what donut they should get,
that's like the house.
That's the first. Yeah, that's our donut.
What's your favorite?
That's a tough one. I've changed favorites so many times, but right now I'm pretty landed on it's a maple glazed dub bun. So let me just backtrack there because that's a lot. So a dub bun is a cinnamon bun, but it's made with our donut dough. So the dub bun that has a maple glaze on top, I think that's right now sitting in the top spot. And that's pretty tough to beat. It's basically the exact flavor profile of French toast.
Okay.
So if you like French toast, you like the maple glazed dub bun.
That sounds amazing.
Guaranteed. Yeah.
That sounds amazing. Thanks to David Brubaker from Achenbach Pastries in Leola and David Hiester from W Donuts in Akron and Lancaster for spending some time chatting about donuts. Just talking about them puts a smile on my face. Hey, goodies, we do love hearing from you. Let us know what you think of today's episode or if you have any fun announcements or events you'd like us to share on an upcoming episode. Head over to SoGoodLancaster.com and submit your comments or find us posting about the show in the Lancaster subreddit on, you guessed it, Reddit. Your thoughts and announcements could be featured in an upcoming episode of the podcast. Today on our So Good Music feature, it's Lancaster singer-songwriter Joe Lacombe and his song Pattern. Links to Joe's music can be found in the show notes. There are songs that you hear that take you back almost immediately to a certain time and place, right? Mm-hmm. And then, I don't know if you're like me, but I have songs that I didn't hear then. Maybe they are new songs. Maybe they were songs that existed at some period in time, but I'm just getting turned on to them. And they still take me back to a very specific time and place. When I first heard your song Pattern, I was immediately transported back to the early 90s when I was in college listening to a lot of the emerging kind of alternative music, college rock, post-punk music and that sort of thing. And I've listened to it a number of times recently, and it's the same thing. I'm not quite sure why, but I love it, and I love that it takes me back to a time that I really, cherish. So tell me about this song Pattern.
So I mean, that time that you talk about, a lot of the music that I kind of cut my teeth on is from that era. I mean, although I think, I might have talked about before when I was younger, I was really into REM, but that early 90s era, whether it's grunge or we're talking Pavement or we're talking, something along those lines. I mean, a lot of that's just kind of in my DNA. So I think that's probably subconsciously or unconsciously there no matter what. But Pattern was something, it was a guitar riff that I just kind of came up with when I was messing around in A. And it stuck with me. It was one of those ideas I had. I didn't know what to do with, so I recorded it. And I had various different ones recorded on my phone and or computer. And then over time, I had been thinking about a lot of the divisions in society, a lot of the, if you want to think of it like the darknesses that exist. And I see music as kind of this bastion against a lot of that. And so I guess out of that, and also I'm a hiker. I like to spend time outside. I'd been looking at the Susquehanna River and tributaries and different things and thinking about how we're connected to water. I mean, we look at our hands and the veins in our hands, and they remind you of rivers, and so that idea just sort of sparked in my head, and it immediately, I guess the cadence of the words that were coming out fit in with that riff. So then it didn't take long to write the lyrics themselves because it really fit in pretty well. So yeah, that's sort of how Pattern came about.
That was Pattern by Joe Lacombe. Until we meet again, stay good, Lancaster. Stay good. So Good Lancaster is produced at So Good Media in Lancaster, Pennsylvania by yours truly and Ann Kirby. Follow us online at sogoodlancaster.com and follow us on all of the socials. Have any comments, questions, or want to learn more about how So Good Media can help you with your podcast and media productions? Drop us a line at hello@sogoodmedia.studio.